Hello, everybody. Before we get started, as always, want to give a quick shout out. Actually, no, I don't need to do that anymore. I'm so used to doing that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever it is in your part of the world. I am Deuscain, your variety type streamer for the night, and tonight we're returning to Fields of Mistria, a cozy little farming sim that we've been playing for a while now, and yeah, we are getting to the end of our playthrough. I said we were going to do the first year of the game on stream, and we only have about 1 week left, which is about how much we get through in a single stream. So it looks like this is going to be the end of Mistria. So I hope you've all been having a good time with the game with me. I've been having a pretty good time. I don't know what all we're going to really be able to accomplish tonight, but I do still kind of want to carry the game to the finish, as I said. But yeah, maybe we'll do some upgrades to the coops or barns. Maybe we'll get some more animals. Maybe we'll do another house upgrade, something like that. I don't know yet. But we are definitely not going to be able to finish the mine quest because we have to get 2 people to max affection, and we just don't have time to do that. So if we do return to this game, I will leave this save file untouched, and it's pretty clearly marked so that we'll be able to tell which one it is. But yeah, after this one, I am probably going to pivot gears and focus on Spirit Fair until we finish that one up. So, but hey, Higgs, happy Monday. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with Fields of Mistria. Before we jump into that, though, here to lurk. Always appreciate it, Higgs. Before we jump into Fields of Mistria, we're going to do a little bit of just chatting beforehand, catch up on things. Hope you're all doing well. I'm having an okay day today. I had to take my car in for its annual inspection, which wasn't too bad. I was kind of worried it would be a big bad one. It was still $300, but I can afford $300. Got me on the old filter change and fluids change, because I think it was the brake fluids is what they wanted to do, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really feel like fucking around with the brake fluids. I want the brake fluids to be quite well done. So yeah, no, we're gonna do those. So, but yeah, took maybe 2 hours, something like that, this morning, and then I went and got some groceries, came home, took care of some things around here, and then kind of just relaxed for a lot of the rest of the day. I picked up a game this weekend that I've been playing a whole bunch. Let me get the name here for it. Metal Bringer. It's a what were the genres again? It's an action roguelike mecha hack and slash game, where basically you're just running missions over and over again. You can run out as just like your character. So your character's like the last human waking up from cryo sleep, and you got to go off and do things. But you're not allowed to leave, because if you did, the last human could potentially die. So what they do is they basically let you remotely pilot a robot body. I think that one's called a labor. And running around as your labor, you can eventually find components for big mecha, also known as arms. And you can just... the amount of fun I'm having running around as a giant mecha, just toasting everything around me, has been phenomenal. It is fantastic to just be able to let loose and let it rip. The progression system's a little bit rough, because it seems to be based off of a couple of like kind of contradicting systems. Because on the one hand, like as you're running around, you start getting these chips, and they're skill chips. And what you can do is you find a merchant as you're running around, and you analyze them, and that activates them and makes them available for permanent use before you go out on a mission. And you can get multiple ranks of these chips, and they each, analyzing each one becomes more and more expensive. The total number of chips you're allowed to equip is based off of you ranking up skills. Some of that you can just do by fighting, just fighting normally. And some of it is you have to use currency to level up skills to increase your maximum threshold of what you can carry out as skill equipment or a skill loadout. But learning skills costs the same currency as learning like the skill chips is the same currency as leveling up your stats. So you kind of have two competing systems going at it. And worse still, the mech parts are something that you have to find out on a mission. You have to find a mech, kill it, but not blow it up, which I'm running into problems with. And then get those leftover parts and take them into a different shop and pay that person a ton of money to give you the blueprint for that mech part. And then once you do that, you can then start like collecting and building mechs at home that have different loadouts or different weapons. So all of this takes a ton of in-game currency, and trying to figure out how to balance all that around one another is been a bit of a challenge. I've done a couple runs. I obviously haven't beaten. I just started yesterday. How many hours am I into this? I'm 6 hours in, but I'm having a pretty good time for a game that I think was $10 on sale, maybe 15. So yeah, pretty good price. And definitely something that as I'm playing it, I would play it again, because what you get from mech parts is completely different. And you don't know what you will potentially have. So yeah, no, it's a pretty fun game. So yeah, I'm having a pretty good time with it. Aside from that, for those who were here on Friday, you heard me talking about buying Secret of Mana on Steam. I must unfortunately report that I have returned Secret of Mana on Steam as of Saturday morning. So Secret of Mana is a bit of an interesting game. It was one of my favorite games growing up on the SNES, but it's like a 25, 30-year-old game at this point. Obviously, you can't buy it in its original form. They have a remaster that was done for the PS4, I think. There was like a 3D remaster. And that, for me, did not play well on PC at all. Couple of weird glitchy things. I would like pause and then like tab out to different windows and it would act really funny. It was a little strange, and definitely wasn't like scratching the itch of what I was going for with the game. So I kept at it, but the problem I eventually ran into was the game was prone to crashing. The one time it happened, like as I was tabbed out, and I'm like, oh, it probably just didn't like being tabbed out. No big deal. But the second time, the second and far more unforgivable time, was I had just gotten through the witch's castle near the beginning of the game. I'd gotten the whip and taken the shortcut back to the water temple, and before I proceeded up to fight the boss there that I knew I'd have to fight, I went south to the one merchant to save my game, because there's a save point there. I walk up to the merchant, he greets me, and he's like, hey, do you want to save your game? And the game crashes. It just full on crashed on me as I'm in the menu about to tell the game I want to save. And I don't think it took me 5 minutes after that to uninstall and ask for my money back and leave a bad review. That is like, it would have been bad enough if it just crashed, but to crash just before I save it, there's an indignity to that I'm just like, I'm not okay with this. I'm wildly not okay with this. So not going to be playing that anymore, which is unfortunate. But kind of why I picked up some other games this weekend, because I got a few other ones. I also got 2 of the Momodoro games, Moonlit Farewell and Reverie Under the Moonlight, which I guess are games 4 and 5 in a series that Steam doesn't have any of the other ones. So I'm kind of curious about that, but, you know, I'll play them. In the end, they looked interesting. And I also picked up a, what do they classify this as? A Choose Your Own Adventures CRPG turn-based strategy game called The Use of Life. It's a multi-ending adventure book-style game where your character's various attachments change in accordance with the choices the player makes, and the ending changes depend on the use of life you choose throughout your journey. So effectively, as you die, you can come back. And you trade a little bit of your permanent life energy to do something. Either to like up your damage, or maybe it's the reason why you're standing back up, but it has effects on your character and your playthrough. So I'm like, okay, that seems interesting. I didn't buy it, but there is a demo that I'm going to try and check out. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check out that demo and see what's going on with that. But aside from that, this was a gift. Aside from that, didn't have a particularly crazy weekend. Had a pretty quiet Saturday and Sunday, just playing games. And then knowing I had today off from work, which I did take today off from work to go take my car in, because everybody always vies for those weekend appointments, and it's always the worst time to go in. I would much rather just take a day or take a morning, and just go in and do stuff. So knowing I had the extra day, that's kind of why I didn't break my back going to get groceries yesterday, because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have time today. So yeah, no, it's gonna be fine. But yeah, overall, I'm just kind of trying to rest and take it easy. I know I'm due for another break soon. Either this month or next month. Because I think I'm about halfway from the last break, or about 2 months into it. So it kind of depends on when we finish Spiritfarer and how much time we have for that. I might take the break after that. Because I've definitely been feeling it lately, just being a little tired and exhausted, and kind of not... I might be battling a little bit of depression, if I'm being perfectly honest. So I need to get out and take care of myself a little bit better. And some of it means doing fun, nice things, and other times it means, you know, actually getting up and doing some chores around the home that I've been putting off. Which I did actually do some this weekend. I managed to give my kitchen a good scrubbing. So, and I'm really happy about that. But I think what else we got. Yeah. That's kind of it. Like, I haven't watched any crazy shows or stories lately. Was watching some videos this weekend on the tabletop RPG game Kane, which is made by the same people that did Lancer, or some of the same people. But it's a much darker story, so I wasn't enjoying it quite so much. The idea is, like, I guess something happened once upon a time that created this kind of like persistent psychic sea at the bottom of humanity's collective subconsciousness that just has something evil in it that creates monsters that try to kill you. And it's interesting, but I struggled to really connect to it the same way that I did Lancer. Like, they're both good. Just... yeah. I don't know. I'm not as attached to this one as I am Lancer. Lancer I latched onto pretty quick. I guess I'm going through a bit of a mecha phase right now. But, yeah. It's kind of where I'm at and what I've been doing. Yeah. I'm a little bummed out from Secret of Mana not working out. Because that is something that I absolutely wanted to love and could not. Because that game was just too broken, too damaged, too non-functional. And I cannot abide a game that is going to crash on me, especially as I'm trying to save. That is so tremendously frustrating. And for it to happen to one of my favorite games of all time is a little unconscionable. I don't know. But let's jump on into Mistra and see what we can get done in this last year. Also, apologies if I seem a little eepy sleepy. I was good for most of the day, and then I had like a really heavy dinner. I made chili, and I had it on top of like a whole bunch of white rice. So I'm in like carb and like heavy food coma, and I'm gonna sleep well tonight. But all right. So Winter 22. We're gonna load the game, not delete it. Give me multiple crafting. Oh, because it's crafting recipes that use the... oh, God. I did get that recipe. I already learned that. Wait a minute. I know you. You're a legendary. I'm not going to forget this time. Boo, weightless stone, boo. Man, I need to treat these animals better. Rooster? It was the rooster. Okay, so they have been fed today, and they have feed for tomorrow. Yeah, none of these are happy. Okay. And before I forget, need to water the fields. Actually, no, I don't need to water them now, do I? Yeah, because it's snowing today. Alright. And that's the crappy one. God, another snowball beetle. I wonder how many of them I just rode by and didn't notice. Okay. Multicolored holly mushrooms, 2 blues and a pink. Holly, multicolor, mushroom, 2 blues and a pink. Okay. There's a ton of trees on this farm that I could cut down. Oh, I hate that I do that. I hate that I do that. Oh, that just is a hot knife through butter. My God. Hey, J-Log. My Mother's Day weekend was good. Didn't really do anything with family. I'm not super close to them anymore. But I did have a good weekend. Do some crops and materials vanish? I don't think so. They'll die at the end of the season, but otherwise, no. They don't really vanish in that way. The attack thing shows an icon. I spent Mother's Day at Mom's place to do some stuff. That makes sense. I hope you had a good time on your visit. It's Monday, so no night at the inn. Hey, congrats on the Ratata. Boy, I hyper-focused real hard there for a minute. Apologies for my silence. This sprite is really just a little me? Yeah, that's kind of what I went for. I think he's cute. A little bit of money. And one more rank, and I get another full town rank. I should have gone to town to see what they had for quests. It's a bunch of common bugs. I'll take it. We'll sell those. What do we have in here? Mining forageables. Ultimate large animal feed. How many does it need? One ultimate large animal feed. Seaweed. Okay. Oh, also water chestnuts, of which I have almost none. No, let's check the woods for some stuff. There's usually like a gathering spot pretty near the front. Ah, two of my favorite ladies in the bathhouse. She liked it. Since the power in this item, I can certainly make use of it. Thank you. Of course she likes diamonds. I got the resources to do some dungeon diving. Alright, here's March's event. I didn't think you'd actually show. You've been making yourself useful around town. Everybody only has good things to say about you. It's been a lot of fun helping out. Fun. Ugh. We both know what's actually going on here. Oh please, you're in way over your head. You come out here, no money, no experience, and think you can just fake your way through running a farm? Kinda, yeah. Now everyone in town acts like it was you who won the first place blacksmithing tournament trophy 3 years running. It's all fun and games now, but the second things actually get tough, I'm sure you're gonna ditch Mistria and its problems. I'm not going anywhere, buddy. We'll see. You can hack it for the long haul here. If you fail, you can't blame it on lack of help from me. Who knows, maybe you'll surprise me. I'll be keeping an eye on you. See you around. Oh, Marsh, you little shit, you. Yeah, really not much. Congrats on the Persian pickles. World chair. Okay, right by the entrance. Damage buff. Twice as many items. I'll take it. That is decidedly not what I wanted to do. Scarab. This is furniture. Alright, we got ads about a minute and a half. I'm going to trigger them now, and we'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Talk to you soon. Alright, everybody, we are back. Let's hop back into it. Okay. Can I cook anything worth making? Level 3 kitchen to make an herb salad. Wow. I should get some good XP out of this, though. Level 28. Factor here is sugar. Tomato soup on a cold night. Never mind the fact that I'm just handing it to her in the middle of the street. I think I have plenty of that. Oh, that's so little. That's so tremendously little. I don't remember what this needed. I don't remember anymore. Tomorrow's weather will be snowy. Double check that later in the day in case they eat extra. Choose. Got a flower back. She's useful. Okay. And my cooking's at 34 now. That's pretty good. Reduce skills I get. Reduce recipe time. Cooking sometimes creates a bonus extra. That's good. Will this really help me get shredded, Juniper? More than shredded, if you can believe it. Whatever shredded means. Wow, so don't be shy. Hop to it. It's working. The power is coursing through me, I think. Do my muscles look bigger? Colossal, I've outdone myself. The effects of my potion will fade with time, though. So come back when you feel like your oh-so-ordinary self again. You got it, Juni. Hope you can get it to taste better next time, though. Bleh. How does carrot-flavored sound? Pretty good for some reason. I feel amazing. I could do 100 laps around the town square. Bye, Juniper. Bye, Deuscain. Now you, come here. I don't want to. Deuscain, the mysterious wanderer who came to Mistria. I was wondering when you'd catch me working on my little experiments. So tell me, what brings you here, adventurer? The health tonic from the message board? You're joking, right? Arcane energies flow around you, but I see you've misunderstood their meaning. I thought you were someone like me, here to stake out your territory. But it's clear to me now, you're hardly a threat. Allow me to explain in terms that even you can understand. I came to Mistra because the magic here is unique. It bears studying. The villagers being so pliable, it's been a nice bonus. They drink any concoction I give them. Can't we all just get along? Oh, you sweet naive dear. Yeah, you dress like an evil queen for a reason. I have a lovely idea. I promise to leave the poor defenseless townsfolk alone if you take their place and become my guinea pig. Yes, this could be the beginning of a beautiful relationship. Sounds fun. Fun? My. There are hidden depths to you, Deuscain. Well, I'm simply thrilled to reach an accord with you. Look at you, protecting your fellow villagers. How admirable. How brave. How cute. Ma'am, you are a problem. Oh, I love you, doggo. I wonder if that's why the two of them don't get along so well, is because she's trying to use the town for her own nefarious purposes. And Vera's like, no, you're not. You're not going to do any of that. You're going to knock that right off. Let's see. Level 3 kitchen. Can I make pizza? Do I have a recipe for pizza? So I know she likes pizza. Okay. Main course meals. God, this one's 40. Okay, so if you do take noodles. Oh, hey. Herb butter pasta. 6 pasta, 6 butter. let's start with the 6 butter. I could just mill the flour without any negative at this point. Nice. Yeah, the noodles are barely anything. But put them together. Herb butter pasta. That should be some ranks. Okay. Talked and interacted with both of them today. Alright, Rose hips. Yeah, walking stick. Now let's check out the carpenters for some more upgrades. Yeah, it's only mediums. $500 and 20 iron ingots. Dear God. And it can't really turn it. I mean, chocolate cake is doable. All right. Let's go make sure these guys are well fed. Okay. So I don't think I have nearly enough wood or definitely not enough iron. Here's the faux cauliflower recipe. Hayden's hosting a get-together, level 3 kitchens in stock, but I already bought that. Thanks, Rice. Red, blue, purple, 2 berries, and snow peas. Guess I'm real sleepy tonight. Is. Maybe there's one around here somewhere. Hey, Deuscain came. Glad to have you join us. Brought a veggie plate with homemade dip. My favorite board game, well-constructed slides and structurally sound ladders. It's more fun than it sounds, I swear. What's more fun than good construction? I was about to pop some corn and then we can dive in. Everyone's sorry I'm late, I got held up on an order. No worries, glad you could make it. Move it, chicken. Oh, there, Henrietta. Save. Packing for the popcorn. Aiden, you really need to get that fowl of yours under control. She can't just go snapping at people. Henrietta's got nearly as many blue ribbons as you do, Marge. She's a splendid chicken. Plenty of other places to sit, Marge. That's not the... Fine. Oh dear, she stormed off. Maybe she's used to having you to herself. Birds can be territorial sometimes. You might be right. Well, let's give her some time to cool down and get this party started. I'll bring her out a bowl of popcorn when it's ready. Wow, that actually worked. I didn't think it would. Oh, this has to be so cold. I've got nothing here. Floor am I actually missing? Ruins Forge set's the only thing. And then the insects were the legendary set. And something in the Tidal Caverns. And the Pheromone set. But I don't even know where or when those will show up. It's a Thursday, no Friday night at the end yet. Drinking horn, very nice. Okay. I came here to get wood. I'm not leaving without it. Good tale of Lady Elise and her vast library. Someday I'd like to explore such a collection of knowledge. I'm sure I would learn much. You just gotta get out of here, buddy. Back to the farm. Which iron did I have? Oh, I have like no iron, do I? Yeah, because there's the copper. And I have a little bit. Not enough for 20 bars. So no house upgrade for a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Good kitty. Actually, can I feed the cat anything? No, I cannot feed the cat milk or anything like that. Alright, they haven't eaten yet. she wants a red toadstool. I might have one of those. Oh my god, she's a literal Grinch. Alright, the animals are happy with me. You know, I do have that uncommon bug bait. I could fill out that one bug in the bundle. Is he not a rare? Or not an uncommon? Is he a rare? Hey, nice. Metals of Mistria, Gems of Mistria, and another ritual artifact. All right, we got Fred in at the end. We also have an ad break coming up, so I'm going to take that a little early. I'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Alright, everybody, we are back. Let's hop back into it. Hey, Robbie. Thank you for the kind words while I was out on ad break. Alright, so my face will be on the money. There'll be 2 national holidays celebrating me every year and no paperwork, right? You're sure you don't want to fight to the death instead? I think your counselors are set on this new path forward, Your Highness. We did it. It's a brand new day for Aldaria. Isn't everything better when we all work together? Definitely changed the game, though. Maybe I can arrange some war games with the Caldosians. I should let Queen tack on that rider, ensuring new species are named after her. Oh no, I think the Monarch Maple Fly has a nice ring to it, don't you? Definitely. Thanks for playing our game. Yeah. Shortcakes. Rena outdid herself. Island, this tea is lovely and floral. The board game. Didn't Valen take it home last time? I threw it in the river. You threw a historical artifact in the river. It seemed the best place for it. And look at us. We're all getting along quite nicely. But Phelan, what happens when it washes up in the next town over? It'll tear that village apart. It's adorable. I'm not one for lovey-dovey stuff, but the book you picked was a real ship sinker, Elsie. Rise and Fall of House Amor? What a story. I'll say, that's what the book club's about, though I don't know how I feel about Rise reading about all that. We've been talking about it. It was hardly lurid. Listen to you, in my day, that chapter 12 hand-holding scene would have meant content warning on the cover. Anyway, I love a good love triangle, and this one was good. I really didn't know which way the princess would go. Maelstrom of feelings at the end, the joy of love realized, the heart crushed to pieces. Aw, you big softy. Elsie, aren't you writing a romance novel? Let's have a special session when it's ready. I'm writing my memoir, so there are many romances to speak of. I'm delighted you're interested. When I'm done, you'll all get a free copy. Can I ask mine to be signed? Alright. Mother trucker. Chickpea curry. Ooh. And what do we have in the rafters here? Oh, right. She's recruiting them to the dragon family thing. Okay, Del, it's time we had to talk grown up to kid. What's the Dragon Guard's treasure? I can't tell you, Ms. Juniper. You have to prove yourself. It's the Dragon Guard's job to help the town. So what have you done to for Mistria this week? Well, I coordinated the town's posting for the request board. I sourced and imported a variety of supplies that are otherwise difficult to obtain. I trained extra hard this week. I heroically ordered the most expensive bottle of wine at the inn, thereby contributing a great deal to the wheel of a Mistrian economy. You're really holding other recruits back here, Miss Juniper, but I guess we decide what to do with the treasure. Next week. Oh man, that's just adorable. I love that. Oh, that's a tickle in my throat. Thank you, kitty. Okay. Animals are taken care of. Level 60. We actually hit it. Town rank silver. I feel like I bought out most of the things at the Saturday Carnival last time. I'm curious what they have now. And that's not needed, so away it goes. Congratulations, we reached Silver Star rank. Mother and father are reporting our reputation throughout the kingdom has never been better. The completed crown request must be making impact. I've attached your reward from the capital. Gold treasure chest. Money and a lobster roll. Well, I am a cheap date. Let's keep fixing this town up. Next time I want 2 lobster rolls. Got money, let's buy it all up. Hmm. Oh, I think I've almost bought out this shop. Because the haircuts had 10. This one only had 8. Oliver, can I take turns giving her a hand on market days? Got a lot of heavy furniture, takes some muscle to arrange it all. Except she mentioned last time, or Elsie did, that she can totally move her stuff on her own, and she just gets guys to do it for her. Hey, Stress, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your lurk. Alright. So she likes the latte. They're not selling lattes. I could always buy a mocha and try that. Black tablet. She likes a black tablet. Heck yeah. Wait, I jumped to the wrong floor. 25. There we go. Nice. A little bit of coral. We are at 0. So... This is one thing I wish it had. The ability to just enter a number. No. That's probably plenty. I don't need iron. I can't make iron, I guess I should say. Oh, that reminds me. Town ranked up, so I can go and grab the potion for max stamina increase. And it'll top me off, too. Almond bait. Oh, that's the one I don't have. $15. I don't have enough. Ready? All right. Excuse me. Another 9K. Nuts. All right, last day of winter. Daikon, berries, mushrooms, 2 whites, and a pink. Did not want that one. I give it cranberries, which were a fall item, and it should have been this. Wintergreen berries. No, this has been a fun game to play. Been having a really good time. Sorry I'm a little low energy tonight. I've noticed that, and I'm like, oh, I'm a little tapped out. I think I burned the candle at both ends a little bit too much over the weekend, and then proceeded to play a game earlier, which I like a lot, but the mech game. But I think that caused a wee bit of eye strain, and I was getting drowsy. I could have done some of these. Because I had enough for horsehair for Mary and pomegranate juice for Vera. I don't have that. I don't have the mushroom tea. Can't make that. I don't know where that is. I don't want to go digging for that. Darcy. And tilapia. Yeah, I made good progress on my skills. I maxed out a couple of them because I think I got farming and blacksmithing done. I also got mining and maybe combat too. So like, plus archaeology's almost done. It's just cooking, woodcrafting, which are optional things. Fishing takes a little bit of time, and then ranching I got in too late, and you can't like power your way through it, but otherwise really good progress. Something to keep in mind, I do need to check his card out more often. I need 3 eggs. Hard-boiled egg recipe. Alright, likes Mont Blanc. Didn't I just get the recipe for that? Or is this only showing what I've cooked and not what I can cook? Hey, doggo. Okay. Oh, I have everything to make a Mont Blanc except for butter. A little bit of butter. Let's make cheese as well. Oh, I can make animal feed, right. It's Baylor's quest, right? Ultimate large animal feed. Where's Baylor? He is north. Make a small bet on the race. Oh god, he's trying to give the animal some really good feed beforehand. Level 40. I cannot make the Mont Blanc. Sugar, flour, and butter. I can't really afford to use any of those. Mushroom steak dinner. Ah, crap. Pumpkin stew. But can I hit 40? Nope. 40. Gotcha. Universally liked. It's his favorite food. It damn well better be universally liked. Ugh. Where is he at? He is at home. Here you go, buddy. Heck yeah. Making progress. Getting those two happier with me. So he just ranked up to 3 with that. And Juniper is almost 3. Yeah, I knew they were pretty far back. But made good cooking progress. Make some mayonnaise, because I saw a few recipes asking for that. Alright, plenty of butter. But no, good heckin' game for this one. Okay. Off to bed we go. Yeah, I thought we'd finish a little bit early tonight, but no, it basically took all stream. Almost 61. And spring 1 of year 2. I'll walk outside and see if there's anything that happens or any event that triggers. No. Well, that is it. That is our first year of Fields of Mistria. Thank you all for joining me on that. It's a fun game, and I am kind of looking forward to playing something different now. Like mid-fall, I was really into it, and then I was kind of like starting to lose my flavor for it, but I'm happy we pushed through and got what we managed to accomplish, like hitting the bottom of the dungeon. I just wish that quest wasn't so punishing, and it's just like, hey, have max affection with 2 people. We're only telling you this now, and it's like, ah, crap. So that'll take a while, but I will be back on Wednesday, hopefully a little bit better rested, for some Spirit Fair. Maybe jumping into that, and then, yeah. I guess it's pretty soon I'll have to find some new games, because once we switch over to Spirit Fair fully, it shouldn't take us too long to finish that one, because we're like halfway through. So another week or 2 and we'll be done with that. So, but in the meantime, I think I found somebody good for us to raid. Let's see if that goes through. Yeah. Alright everybody, thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time. Reminder, you can catch any of my older content, my clips, VODs, and shorts here on YouTube. You can also join the Discord. They get to see stuff before anybody else does, including, and I just got this today, the new summer wallpaper. So, that came in. I haven't posted it yet. I'm waiting to share it with some friends first, get their feedback on it, but initial feedback from people has been pretty good. So yeah, if you want to check out that or any of the previous ones, they'll be in the Discord. And then I'll post them about them on socials eventually anyways. But also, speaking of socials, I did that wrong. Socials with an S. You can catch all my active socials there. And let's grab a raid message. Alright everybody, take care. I will see you again on Wednesday for some Spirit Fair. And yeah, you have a good rest of your week. See you later.